This arena, it's his vision, and it's also considered to be his love letter to Clippers fans. Upcoming events at Intuit Dome include concerts, comedy shows, and of course, plenty of Clippers basketball. If you are in LA County and you registered in LA County, you can go and find one of these ballot boxes in Los Angeles. With the recent Dodgers win, you might think, yeah, Garvey's gonna win this race. Everyone's loving the Dodgers. He's a former Dodgers player. This is so exciting. He has that celebrity pull. But what's important is the context of how he got here. People that frequent this park say that they believe it might now be dangerous, and their heart, it goes out to the family. Fortunately, there's still some daylight, so the Halloween horror, it's not out quite yet. But once that sun goes down, these whimsical gardens behind me, as well as this giant skeleton, it's all going to transform into an exhilarating experience. They're calling it Boney Island. We are just learning that this is a shooting that took place here behind me on Northwest 47th Street. Let me get out of the way so you can see the active crime scene. I'm live at the intersection of South Vermont and West Adams, where there are no bike lanes, no bus lanes, and in a day like today where it's rainy, it can be very dangerous for pedestrians. If you're looking for a more spiritual connection to USC, religious organizations are helping families find meaning and community. When walking from campus to the USC Village, you might experience a different kind of USC spirit. USC's Hillel Jewish Center and Caruso Catholic Center are helping families connect with their religious roots.
That's why it's so important for parents to be able to see and recognize that their students do have that home away from home, that they connect with other people, both the students, the professional staff, and everyone who's really involved, to know that their students actually do have a Jewish family away from home.
It's super important for us to engage the families because our motto here for this year is to create a Christ-centered home away from home where everyone feels seen, known, and loved.
USC's Dean of Religious Life says this weekend's religious-based events are about more than any one denomination. He says Parents' Weekend is about families coming together as a community.
When we're feeling alienated, disconnected, anxious, outraged, alone, it's really important to see ourselves in each other. And the reason I think students come to USC is not just for a world-class academic experience. I personally feel that the reason students are here is to meet each other.
Dean Soni also encourages families to think about religion from a much broader perspective.
The football game this weekend, it's going to feel like religion. There are going to be people going to a pilgrimage to the Colosseum, wearing funny clothes, kicking the flagpole. That's a ritual, telling stories about agony and ecstasy, and there will be an intergenerational transmission of wisdom. The best part, most events affiliated with religious organizations, well, those begin tomorrow. For the event schedule and more information, go to the Office of Religious Life website at orsl.usc.edu. That's the sound of kittens and puppies getting ready to go on the road trip of their life. On the other side of that trip, their forever family.
Transporting kittens and 47 kittens and 2 puppies out of Miami-Dade County, where there's a severe crisis going on of dog and cat overpopulation.
That's Barbara St. Aubin from This Is the Dog, a foster-based not-for-profit. Their mission? Help find homes for as many animals as possible. Animal transport is just one way they do that.
The supply up there is low. The supply here, hundreds and hundreds, dogs and cats adopted. The competition is really tough. So getting them out of here is a numbers solution.
After some happy tears, hugs, and a prayer.
We pray really hard.
These volunteer foster parents put their kittens into a crate and place them in the back of this van. 24 hours later, they will arrive in Salem, New Hampshire, where their new families will be waiting on the other side.
When you walk to the door with their animal, they just glow. I mean, these people here are glowing in a different way because they're crying because they've put a lot of effort. But these people are receiving the benefits of what these guys are doing. So it's amazing.
Whether a first-time foster volunteer or a seasoned vet, the compassion and love for these kittens and pups were at an all-time high.
Get them from being homeless, and at times mine were semi-feral, so it's also taming them, getting them used to people, and then to give them the opportunity to be in a forever home where they're loved and cherished. It's the best feeling. There's nothing like it.
Reporting from Homestead for NBC6 News, I'm Stephen Knobel. Today, all over the world, people grieve for Pope Francis. For the Vatican, his death yesterday morning triggers a millennium-old procedure and it all culminates in the selection of a new pope. The first step is a 9-day mourning period. Sean Patrick Lovett, former head of English language communications for the Holy See, explains the purpose of this time.
There really is an emptiness, there's a void, there's a great sense of silence. And I think that's what the 9 days of mourning are for. It's really a sense of quiet, just to think and reflect on what this man's legacy is.
Thousands have gathered at the Vatican to pay their respects, and security has increased to manage the growing crowds.
There's just so many people around here, but in a way, it's also a shared feeling between all the people in the morning together. It makes it special to be here with all those people.
Lovett says this is just the beginning of a longer transition, which could take up to a month. In a break from tradition, Pope Francis will not be buried in the Vatican. Per his wishes, his funeral will be held Saturday, and he'll be laid to rest at Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major. About a week later, cardinals from around the world will gather for the conclave, the secretive vote to select the next pope. Lovett believes the new pope will reflect the culture of our modern society.
For most of the time, they've been able to read something we call the signs of the times, which means they've been able to look out and see where are we at this particular moment in history and who is the most authentic voice to speak on behalf of humanity right now.
Aside for a heavier police presence, big crowds, and long lines here at the Vatican, daily life in Rome, it continues as normal. In St. Peter's Basilica behind me, it's open for all to enjoy. Reporting from Vatican City for Annenberg Media, I'm Stephen Knobel.